Alright you guys, well today I have for you this 2023 Volkswagen Atlas. Take you on a little walk around here. It is a full-size SUV, 7-passenger. Biggest vehicle to come out of the Volkswagen brand. So pretty interesting. It's got pretty nice styling to it. It's very Audi-like, in my opinion. We'll check out the cargo area. And it's got a pretty quick opening trunk here. You do get this cargo cover. Pretty easy to slide back and forth. You do get a third row, which we will check out. And as you can see, it's a pretty spacious cargo area. You also get a 12-volt outlet back here and also 2 USB-C ports for the third row passengers. But we'll close up this trunk right here. Like I said, pretty fast, pretty seamless. We'll hop into this back seat here. And you do get the captain's chairs, which is pretty nice. And yeah, as you'd expect, very roomy, very spacious. You do get these really nice like sun visor things in the windows. You also get heated rear seats back here and your own rear climate control. You also get 2 USB-Cs and a household power outlet, which is nice to have. We'll try out this third row seat here. This seat kind of folds forward in like an interesting way at like an angle, but we'll try getting back here. Yeah, not the easiest. We'll fold the seat back down. All right. And yeah, not very roomy back here. Although the captain's chairs do help it a little bit because you do get a little bigger space right here, but not a place I'd really want to be. It's not the worst, I'll say, in terms of SUV third rows. I've definitely been in worse than this, but still not totally great. It would also be nice if there was an easier way to fold the third row up, because it looks like this is your only option, doing it just from right here. But we'll pop the hood real quick, show you the engine. All right, and this is a 3.6 liter V6. Makes 276 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque, paired to an 8-speed automatic. As you can see, it's a pretty open engine bay in here. It's pretty big. But we'll close up the hood here. All right, let's hop in. So the start button is right here, kind of a unusual spot. And you know, this interior is actually unexpectedly nice. I really like this digital gauge screen right here. I like the material quality. This is a top trim, an SEL R line. So you do get pretty much all the nice creature comforts in this model. Steering wheel has nice smooth leather. You do get this nice infotainment screen. This is actually pretty good for a Volkswagen. You get a lot of nice features in here. Nice customizable features. The touch response is fairly good, as you can see. You can check out like your off-road angles. That's kind of Jeep-like a little bit. You can also change your center gauge screen with this. So you have auto. You also have classic view. If I press this, as you can see, makes it a little more simplified. You can have it just show the full map, just like an Audi or something like that. So yeah, it's a pretty customizable screen. I do like it. I do wish it was a little easier to change this stuff. You got to flip through a couple menus on here to do that. You do get a lot of different drive modes in here with this selector. So you can change the drive mode from sport, custom, eco, and normal. And custom actually allows you to change the steering, the drivetrain. You can change, like, I guess this is the adaptive cruise control response. So you can customize your drive mode, which is pretty interesting. You don't see that too often in this class of vehicle. You can also twist the dial and have more drive modes. So you have like off-road driving mode and you have off-road custom, and you can adjust like the hill descent control, park assist, all-wheel drive system. So yeah, pretty interesting. And you also have a snow mode if you go all the way over to the left, but we'll just put it back in normal sport for right now. You have this like above view camera, which looks really good. You can just push that with a button. You also have an auto parking mode for parallel parking and things like that. You do get an electronic parking brake. You also get a shifter for the 8-speed automatic, just a traditional shifter. Feels pretty high quality. And you do get a really nice backup camera, very clear resolution, really nice field of view right there. On the steering wheel, you do get a heated steering wheel right there. You do get your adaptive cruise control right here. You also get your volume and tune controls. You also get a Fender audio system in here, which actually sounds really good. Wasn't quite expecting that. A lot of the premium audio systems in cars like this don't really sound much better, but this Fender system actually sounds like it would be right at home in like an Audi. It's really clear, has a lot of really good clarity to it, which I like. You also get 2 USB-C ports and a 12-volt outlet down here. You don't get any regular USB-A ports, just USB-C, so it could be a drawback for some people. You also get a pretty big center console. You can definitely fit a lot of stuff in here. You do get another USB port in there. You also get this really nice panoramic roof, which we'll try opening. And it opens really far back, which I like. As you can see, that's pretty far back for even for a panoramic sunroof. Not all of these open crazy much, but like this one actually opens pretty good. But we'll close that up there. And yeah, just overall, I really like the material quality in here. All the touch points feel really good. These leather seats feel really high quality. Leather's nice and smooth and new feeling. You get heated seats. You also get cooled seats in here. Pretty simple climate controls, not too bad there. But we'll get this thing out on the road, take it for a drive. All right, so first setting off, this Volkswagen Atlas, I've heard mixed reviews about this car since it came out. But you know, driving it, it is actually a pretty nice car to drive, to be honest. It's really smooth. It's really smooth. And it's really quiet and luxurious feeling. They say that the Atlas isn't based on like an Audi product, but driving this does kind of feel like a Q7, not gonna lie. It's just like a really smooth, quiet, luxurious feel to this car. One thing that impresses me is this steering feel. It's got a very responsive feel to it. It's like a typical Volkswagen steering. It's really light, but it's also just like so responsive. Really quite a playful steering feel for a big SUV like this. It would feel right at home in like a Jetta or something. It's always impressive to me how quickly these modern SUVs steer and move around. Even like, you know, 10, 15 years ago, a lot of SUVs like this had really ponderous steering, but this one just, it feels really planted and like just, you know, steers on a dime. So definitely impressed with that. It is a pretty numb steering, like it's not like super sporty or anything, but the leather feels good. I do like the overall material quality in this interior, as I said, but I'll try giving it some gas. All right, that is one thing I want to talk about. So this engine, like I said, 3.6 liter V6, It's pretty adequate. It's really not too bad. It's slightly sluggish. It's not gonna win drag races, but it is a nice, like, smooth engine. It's pretty smooth. It makes a pretty good sound. If you want like immediate power, like right away, this engine isn't the greatest at doing that. It is a little soft on power. That kind of brings me to my next point, is this 8-speed automatic. It's not my favorite. It's not terrible. It is pretty smooth shifting, like you don't really feel the shifts all that much, but it does feel a little unpredictable. It's definitely very fuel economy focused. Like it wants to just leap into its top gear right away for efficiency. Just in general, like the shifting can feel a little sluggish, a little slow. It's not like a major complaint of mine, because this is a family SUV, not really built for sport. And it is a very smooth transmission for the most part. Also, this accelerator pedal, it's also could use a little more smoothness in my opinion. It's really responsive right at the beginning. Like so responsive that I actually like lurch this car forward sometimes. But then it drops off like right away. I just wish it had a little more linearity to it. It's not like a huge glaring issue or anything, but it's just a little thing that there are other cars that do better. But brakes are really responsive. The brake pedal feels really good. They have a nice good bite right at the top of the pedal. They feel very smooth, very powerful, really drama free. I'd say your visibility in here is another strong point. This dash is really straight across. You do get this really nice clear view of the road in front of you. Your pillars are fairly thin for the most part. You got really big mirrors. And a really nice clear unobstructed view out of the back. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this to feel as luxurious as it does. It's not like bouncy or clumsy like other maybe more American SUVs. It doesn't feel really isolated and boring like maybe a Japanese SUV, like a Honda Pilot or something. It's got that nice, like, still kind of European solidity on the road. It's really easy to drive, like it points nice and straight. No real drama with trying to like keep it on a steady course. It's like really easy to tell where the car's dimensions are at. Yeah, this transmission, it definitely doesn't like to be hurried. Even in sport mode, like I'm in sport mode right now. And it's still very fuel economy focused. You can still get up and move. Like there are times where this car actually takes off pretty quickly and seamlessly. Not a sports car, it is still pretty softly sprung, but it also it handles pretty good. It feels pretty light and pretty predictable around the corners. I'll show you guys a little more of that up ahead here. Try taking this little corner right here. And yeah, that's really good for a giant SUV like this. Test out those brakes. They're pretty good actually. Like I said, response is like right at the top of the pedal. But yeah, I do wish this throttle pedal was a little bit better. I keep taking off too quickly and then it drops off really fast right away. But we'll try checking out our turning radius here just to see how it is. Just gonna cut the wheel all the way. All right, and turning radius is actually pretty sharp in this. It's pretty good. Definitely one of the better ones out of most cars I've driven, especially this size. Try getting back on the road here, try out some more turns. All right, yeah, this thing can hustle actually. Quite impressive. Yeah, this car, it definitely feels a little sportier to drive compared to, say, like a Honda Pilot or even like a, you know, like a Jeep Grand Cherokee. This definitely feels a lot more settled and secure than that. All right, we're gonna take it on the highway here. Pretty good cornering around this bend. Try out some of the power. I do like the sound of that V6. And you know, it's nice smooth acceleration. It gets up and goes pretty well. Not a crazy thrill or anything, but pretty good nonetheless. Pretty smooth on the highway, like easy to drive. Pretty quiet in here. About the same as it was just around town. Nice and smooth, nice and predictable. We'll take this exit here. Brakes slow you down with good composure. We'll try getting back on the highway, going the other way. It passes pretty easily, even though the transmission is a little fuel economy focused. It does zip around pretty good despite that. It takes these bends in the freeway pretty good. Yeah, it has a nice sporty feel to it. Quite impressive. Alright, you guys, well, I think that about covers my review on this Volkswagen Atlas. I think we'll end the video in here. Yeah, it's nice and maneuverable. Nice and zippy. Really quiet and luxurious at the same time. Nice elegant interior in here. And as I said, like good audio quality, good sound system. The only issue that I really have is with like the throttle and transmission response. Neither are bad. I just want to make that clear. Neither are like terrible or anything. There's definitely other cars that are worse. But transmission is still just a little bit unpredictable for my liking and tailored back. But yeah, overall, I really like this car. It's unexpectedly Audi-like. It's kind of what you'd expect. It's definitely a more premium, kind of more sort of bank vault feel compared to like some other cars in this class. If I could describe this car in like one sentence, it's probably like an Audi Q7, but with just a normal engine up front. But we'll hop out. All right, thanks for watching, everyone.